Hi, Martin.
Hi, how are
Hi,
you
do you
doing?
hear me?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Martin, first question. How's your breeding season this year?
Very good. I'm really pleased with the quality that I've bred so far. If you say with numbers, it's not it's a little bit less than usual, but
Yes.
quality-wise, the I'm really pleased. So the reason that we have a little bit less birds at the moment is because my father had a surgery and or I could only start later
Yeah.
for breeding. So I started only in February.
اوكي. طبعا السؤال الاول كان طبعا ترحيب، والسؤال الاول كان شلون الموسم بالنسبه لك مارتن. اجاب لنا مارتن ان الموسم جيد جوده الطيور. العدد كان اقل من كل سنه بسبب هالسنه في التحكيم، لكن مارتن مستانس على جوده الطيور. Okay,
But
and when you started, Martin, which month you started?
I started in February, but my partner Mario he started in last year in September. So it's he bred so far he bred about 160, and I have bred so far around 90 birds.
Okay, so February you and Mario September, right?
Yes.
Okay. طبعا بدأ الموسم بالنسبة حق مارتن في فبراير. إلى الآن أنتج له 80 طير. ماريو اللي هو شريكه بلش أو بدأ في سبتمبر شهر 9. إجماليهم 250 طير إلى الآن. العدد يقول لك ما هو. So Martin, as a question of the numbers and the quality, what's more important for the breeder? Is the number or quality nowadays?
No use to breed 1,000 birds if there is no good one. So I prefer quality over numbers, of course. That's obvious.
Yes. So you doesn't matter for you if you breed maybe 50, 60 good qualities better than 1,000 average bird.
Of course.
Yeah.
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 But
طبعا.
you know, it's always a little bit a number game. The budgie breeding, you will need to breed some numbers in order to get the quality. It's always has been like that.
طبعا طبعا في لعبه ارقام بالنسبه حق البجيز. ان طبعا كل ما انتجت زياده تصير فرصتك لاقتناء طيور افضل زياده، لكن هو يقول ما امانع انا في كون ان عندي يعني مجموعه لا باس فيها من يعني الكواليتي او الجوده. 250 جوده زينه احسن من ولا شيء. So Martin, how many pairs that didn't do anything until now?
Oh. I change pairs regularly. If I see that a hen is not doing what I expect, it means that she is not fit for breeding or anything. I take her out again. Same with cocks. So I think I have at my place I have 57 pairs,
Yeah.
and I think about 30 they did well from the beginning, and all the rest I changed something, or perhaps I just waited a little longer. But like 30 it's more or less half of the breeding pairs are working well from the beginning. And some are just starting a little later, or some I have to swap completely.
Okay, so your steps when you put a pair, you leave them for how long? Then you said that's enough for them. The hen have to go out.
There are different steps. So if I see that the hen has no interest in the nest box after a week or after 10 days, I take her out. She needs a hen that is in condition should go in the nest box immediately. Then if she is interested in the nest box but not laying eggs, I give her like 3 weeks maximum, and then I take her out because if she's not laying, no use to leave her in the nest box.
Yes.
And yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just let me translate this part. طبعا انا سالت مارتن عن كم زوج ما بلش معاك، وهذا يعني هذه نقطه مهمه بالنسبه حق المربين. قال لي عنده 57 زوج، من ال 57 زوج 30 زوج انتجوا بمجرد ان خلاهم مع بعض، لكن بعدها في ازواج طبعا طولت. يقول انا اشوف، فطبعا هم يعتمد مارتن في نظريته او في طريقته على شنو. يقول في اشوف بعض الاناث ما هي مهتمه بالتزاوج. طبعا هذه احاول ان انطر عليها شويه واشيلها. في اناث مهتمه ان تدش الصندوق، تطلع من الصندوق، لكن ما في بيض، فهذه انطر عليها اسبوعين. اذا شفتها ما تدش او عفوا باسبوعين تدش الصندوق وما في بيض لمده اسبوعين، لا هذه اغيرها، افضل اني اغيرها. Martin, sometimes the cocks also not interested, so you see him on the corner and the hen on corner.
Yeah.
So you will do the same, right?
Yeah, I will swap. You can always swap as long as the pair is not bonded. It means if they're not really connected with each other, you can try another cock. The hen will not kill him. The problem is if the pair is connected and you want to swap the cock, then you might have the risk that the hen attacks the new cock, of course.
Okay. طبعا يقول ما عندك مشكلة في تغيير الإناث أو الذكور في حالة إن هم مو متزوجين مع بعض. يقول في حالة إن الأنثى متزوجة مع الذكر، شلت عفوا الذكر وحطيت ذكر ثاني، راح تواجه مشكلة ان احتمال الأنثى تذبح الذكر الجديد، فلازم تكون واعي حق هذا الشيء. Martin, do you like specific colors as a normal colors or like a gray or the blue cereal or the green cereal, or you are random?
You know, I prefer quality before color, but if I really needs to be honest, I like two colors in particular. It's the Lutino or albino variety and the violet variety. That are two colors that I prefer, and I try to work a little bit on them.
اوكي. طبعا سألت مارتن انت تفضل لون معين؟ قال صراحة أنا يعني أفضل الجودة على اللون، لكن أنا وايد أحب الألبينو واللوتينو أكثر من الألوان الثانية. So Martin, but we have visited you and seen your posts time to time. We are not seeing much. You are not breeding much albino and Latinos more than the normals. So we have seen the normals more than others.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I am breeding at this moment with about 10 pairs to albino or Lutino. So I have I bred about 20 so far. So yeah, it's going quite well. But I think I posted the video of my favorite Lutino hen, like say a month ago or something. I think that was a really nice one.
Yes. طبعا سألته شنو السبب ان انت يعني، قلت له احنا قاعد نشوف ان قاعده يعني تشاركنا في الوان عاديه وما تشاركنا في الالبينو واللاتينو. يقول يعني هالموسم نوعا ما ركزت عليهم. حاليا عندي ما يقارب 10 ازواج من الالبينو واللاتينو، وحاليا انتظر انتاجهم. عندي 20 فرخ الى الان، وتم اني شاركت في عرض انثى ويشوفها انها الافضل. Do you think, Martin, this year will be the Enos year, because I have seen many breeders are posting albinos and latinos and lace wings more than before.
Oh, I don't know. My Eno year was last year. I bred like 25 really good Enos last year. So I hope I can do this again this year. But so far, yeah, we didn't have the same quality yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's a popular variety because also on the shows you don't need to trim the spots, and most of the time it's easier to prepare them for the show. So I don't know. Perhaps it's a coincidence,
Yeah.
but you're right. Popping up everywhere at the moment. Okay.
Maarten, there is a question. One question of he said, did you notice that the albinos and latinos lost the quality of seeing after 2 or 3 years?
Well, it's something in general. I think it's not only with budgerigars, but every albino is very sensitive to light. And that can have something to do with that. I indeed had also a cockbird, and he became blind after 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it's something that I have noticed before myself. If I can, of course, I will put the albinos or the latinos in a nest box where it's a little bit more dark, or in a breeding cage where it's a little bit more dark, in order to avoid too much light. But yeah, it's not always possible, of course.
Yes. طبعا بالنسبه حق سؤال احد الاخوان بالنسبه حق حساسيه الالبينو واللاتينو انه يفقد البصر بعد ممكن 2 إلى 3 سنوات، قال انا ايضا عانيت من هذا الشيء، وهذا الشيء يحدث بسبب حساسيه الالبينو واللاتينو بشكل عام، مو بس في الباجي، بعالم الطيور وعالم الحيوانات تصير له حساسيه في النظر. افضل انه يكون في مكان بعيد عن الاشعه المباشره والاضاءه المباشره يعني اتجنب هذه الامور. Maarten, over the years we have seen many changes on the style of the birds and the direction, and every year and year there is something new. Do you think we will see something new in this year?
Yeah, I think there will always be a different feature that we are looking for. You know, breeding budgies is always a work in progress. Of course, we have the WBO ideal, and we try to breed a bird that looks similar like that, but there will always be slight differences. What we see now, and what's something that's very important also, is the position of the bird on the perch, and also the position of the wings of the bird. So that will be a few features that there will be more and more focus on, I think.
Hello, Maarten again. Sorry.
Yes. Hi.
My last question is what you have said about the position of the wings and the tails. So what do you think about we have seen some long tails appear nowadays? Is it a fault, or is it a new maybe mutations, or a new?
No, it's a mutation that already exists for many years, and actually the long tails or the long flights have been used many years ago in order to improve the budgerigar as in that time. So, but if you see the long tail and long tines of that time, they are totally different than what people call a long tail or a long flight at this moment. So what for me, when I look at a bird, is important is the balance, and the proportion of the bird should be okay. you're not looking for a bird with a tail touching the floor if his body is only very short and he don't have any head or anything like that. So it's all about balance and proportion in my eyes.
اوكي. طبعا عقب مارتن بخصوص موضوع التوازن بالطير والذيل الطويل، يقول طبعا الذيل الطويل حسب وجهة نظره، يقول حاله حال اي شيء غير متناسق في الطير. ففي طير يكون ذيله طويل، في طير يكون جناحه طويل، في عفوا طير يكون عنده جسم صغير، في طير ما في اي اتجاه في الريش، يكون في احد الاخطاء، فيكون هو هذا احد الاخطاء فما يشوفه عيب كبير. يقول هذا الشيء احنا استعملناه نوعا ما قبل سنوات وطورنا فيه طيور، لكن اهم شيء التناسق. انا يقول ما يهمني اذا كان ذيله طويل ولا جناحه طويل، اذا كان الطير حجمه كبير عادي يصير جناحه وذيله طويل. Martin, nowadays you know and everywhere on the world about this virus and everything what is happening. Do you think that will affect the budgies shows on the future?
This year it will affect the budgie shows for sure. Going forward, I don't really think it will. I think once we have a vaccine for the coronavirus and so on, normal life will start again. But what we see also in our professional life, it's working from distance or use more technologies. I think we might go to more, kind of shows where perhaps not everybody is there at the moment, but you can just bring in birds, and the show will be done live in a conference or broadcasted live in like a conference call or something like that. That's something that can happen later on. I'm not sure if anyone already organized such a thing, but I have judged some internet shows in the past. This was not live. We got pictures and then we judged, and afterwards the winners were announced. It was in Russia, organized by Tanya. It was very well done. But I think one step forward there is to do really live judging and broadcast it over social media. So that's something that I think might happen very soon.
Yes. طبعا السؤال كان تتوقع ان الوضع الحالي وانتشار الفيروس يأثر على المعارض في المستقبل؟ قال حتما هذه السنة مأثر على المعارض. في المستقبل يقول ما ندري ايش يصير. اتوقع انه يعني بعد ما يصير في هناك تطعيم او لقاح راح نتغلب ان شاء الله على هالمشكله. وسبق قلت له انه شو نظرتك على المسابقات اللي تصير اونلاين او بالصور. يقول انا سبق اني حكمت عليها عن طريق الاونلاين في مع يعني مسابقه في روسيا وفي دوله اخرى ومشى الحال ويعني اوكي. يقول هذه وسيله، لكن يقول اتوقع ان المعرض الطبيعي ممكن ان نقنن العدد او انه يحضرون طيورهم ويصير الاعلان عن النتائج من غير حضوره، وهذا يكون اكثر فاعليه. A question from a guy who's from Saudi Arabia. He said first hi to Maarten and welcome. Nice to see you. He is suffering from the mites on the very young age. So as soon as his babies have the feather come, you know, he's losing the flights and the tails and that on the young age. So what's the reason and what's the result for that?
So if I heard that the young birds are losing flights and tail feathers, it means that it's according to me, it's French mold. And you have two varieties of French mold. One is French mold, the other one is parrot beak and feather disease. It means in the second one, the bird will lose nearly all his body feathers also, and it's caused by the circovirus. The other one, the French mold, is caused by the polyoma virus. Most of the time, they only lose their wing and tail feathers, and in many cases, they grow back afterwards, so they recover. It's a virus. It's like corona, or it's like the flu. It means once it's spread in the in the shed, it will go over to the other birds. All depends on the immunity of the birds. If your birds are strong enough, they won't get the flu, so they won't get the French mold. But if birds are not very strong anymore, already breeding for third round, or just not feeding, not being fed well, or something like that, definitely you have more risk to get French mold.
Okay, and it's not mites. You don't think it's all kind of mites.
No.
طبعا سؤال احد الاخوه من السعوديه اللي هو نقول عنه، هو قال لي سوس الريش، وانا قلت له انه هو الطير في عمر صغير يفقد الريش، الجناح والذيل خاصه. قال لي في نوعين، هو فيروسات تنتشر نفس الفيروسات اللي قاعد تصيب حتى الانسان. فالفيروس هذا يكون منتشر في الغرفه. في يقول النوع الاول ان الطير يفقد ريش الجناح والذيل، بعدين يفقد الريش كله. في النوع الثاني اللي هو الفرنش مولت اللي يفقد الجناح والذيل بعدين يرجعهم مره ثانيه. يقول بكل الحالتين هو فيروس ينتقل حق الغرفه، يهاجم الطيور اللي اقل مناعه، او اللي تلاقيها مثلا مجهده، مثلا من ثالث بطن او شيء، وطبعا يهاجم الفروخ الصغيره. قلت له هو مو فاش؟ قال لي لا مو فاش، هو فيروس يهجم عليهم. الحل انك تقوي مناعه طيورك في التغذيه السليمه وفي الرعايه السليمه، واتوقع انا النظافه ايضا لها دور، والجو العام بالغرفه له دور.